Trimming. Trimming data is when you get rid of a piece of data. This is useful in large data sets because it won't matter because it's small ones. It's better to have all data because then you get more information. Windowsing. This is a way of resolving the outliers. This is when you change the outlier to the nearest acceptable number. For instance, if you have a data set in the 20s and the point is 34, then you change it to the nearest value that is within the data set and it's not an outlier. This is descriptive statistics. Descriptive statistics are brief descriptive coefficients that summarize a given data set, which can either be a representation of the entire or a sample of the population. Descriptive data are broken down into the measures of central tendency and measures of variable of the data set. Measures of central tendency include the mean, median, mode, whilst the measures of variability include the standard deviation, variance, minimum, maximum values, and skewedness. Central tendency. This is a measure of central tendency is a single value that describes the way in which a group of data is clustered around the central value. To put into words, is a way of describing central of data. There are three measures of central tendency: the mean, the median, and the mode. The mean, median, mode are all valid measures of central tendency, but under different conditions, some measures of central tendency become more appropriate to use than others. The mean is the most and well-known measure of central tendency. It can be used for both discrete and continuous data. Although it's the most used and most often continuous data, the mean is equal to the sum of all the values in the dataset divided by all the numbers that are in there. The mean is shown normally by the symbol x bar shown above, right here. The mean is essential to the mode dataset. It is the value of the most common. You will notice however that if the mean is not often one or actually values observed in data, however, one of the important properties is that it minimizes error in the prediction of any one of those values in the dataset. This is value produces a low amount of error from all other variables in the dataset. Important property of the mean is that it includes every value in data. And to calculation, in addition, the mean is the only measure of central tendency where the sum of the deviation of each value from the mean is always zero. The mean has one disadvantage: it is particularly susceptible to the influence of outliers. There are values that are unusual compared to the rest of the data set by being extremely large or extremely low numerical value. Another time where the median's value to have the mean mode median is if it's skewed. The median is the middle score in our data set. On a histogram, it represents the highest bar in a bar chart or histogram. You can therefore sometimes consider mode as being the most popular option. Normally, mode is categorically data where we wish to know what's the most common category. However, one of the problems with the mode is that it's not unique, so it leaves us with the problem if we have two or more that share the frequency. It's considered bimodal, which is hard to best describe the social tendencies. This is particularly problematic when we have to use continuous data because we're more likely not to have any one value that is more frequent than the others. Another problem is that the mode is that it does not provide us with a good measure of central tendency, where the most common markers far away from the rest of the data set. Range and interquartile. The range is the difference between